Okay, my name's Frank Vanderheen. I've known Nevada for 20 years.
Hold on. Everybody, Frank would like to say something.
What? Señor, ¿cómo andas?
My name is Frank Vanderheen. I've known Nevada for 20 years. I taught side by side with her for 9 of those years. We were really great friends. To me, she wasn't Nevada, she wasn't Don, she was Nieve.
Right. Nievecita.
Yes, anyway, so she was Nieve to me, and I have a lot of memories of her. One thing I forever, we had a running joke because Nevada, when you get on the phone with Nevada, you're never on the phone for 2 or 3 minutes. It's like hours.
It's hard to hear him. Can we be quiet, please? So we can hear him?
It's like hours when you talk to Nevada. And so we would have these really long conversations. And I got pretty good at cleaning the dishes and things like that while she was talking. She also introduced me to a lot of music. She went to yoga. And she'd come back and she'd talk about all these songs that they played at yoga. And that's how I found out about Goite's Somebody I Used to Know and Royals, because she came back and said she was the queen bee. That's what she told me. My best memory of Nevada of all was she had a very good friend.
You want a bowl? We got this bowl.
She had a really good friend who had a lot of money, and every 5 or 6 years she would take her best friends from each decade with her, and they would travel somewhere. And one time she went to San Francisco, and another time she went to Hawaii. When she went to Hawaii, it was so funny because we always used to joke, all the 4th and 5th grade teachers, about Nevada's ample bosoms. Okay. And she
Those
made,
are called Aunt Tootie boobs, by the way.
and she made a big joke to me about how she was going to go there and she was going to get a coconut bra. Okay. And so she's telling me all this, and there's these 3 girls that sat near my desk, and they all look and they start giggling because they heard what she said, right? And I said, oh, come on, Nevada, don't be so loud. And so anyway, true to herself, she emailed me when she was in Hawaii, and she had a picture of her wearing these coconut bra. And I started laughing and laughing and laughing. And those 3 girls who sat close to the desk turned around and said, why are you laughing, Mr. Van Dam? I said, Miss Weinberg has her coconut bra on. So the girls all ran up and looked at that picture of Nevada. I will miss Nevada dearly. She was such a good friend to me.
Are you Frank?
Yeah.
Thank you, Frank.
Nevada loved you too.
Yep.
Nevada loved you too.
All right.
I got one for you.
All right, Pablo. Dile, Pablo,
Now,
dile.
where I'm vertically challenged, do I be higher up here?
I've got you. I'm monitoring you right now,
Okay,
so I can see what they're seeing in that TV.
okay. Well, if you all don't know me, I'm Ricardo's brother-in-law.
Brother Outlaw.
Outlaw. Actually, you're the best outlaw I know,
Brother
man.
Outlaw, buddy.
You bet. But one of my favorite moments was when Ricardo and Nev came back from their wedding. They lived with Robin and I for a period of time. And Ricardo and Nev, I wanted to put up on a screen because they were geared differently than me. I wanted to be geared like them, but I was a little in a higher gear, coming from Boston, the back east, just go, go, go. Well, Ricardo was doing carpentry work. And one day his car broke down. It was winter time. And I had to bring him to work and bring him back. And on the way back, some poor individual did wrong to me, or I felt did wrong to me on the road back. And I was halfway out my window, driving the car, swearing at them, and Ricardo was in the shotgun seat the whole time, and I was totally out of control. And when we got back to the house, he sat me down and he told me, buddy, there's nothing in this world that should get you. Do you remember? I don't know
I
if
do.
you. I was halfway out the window in snow after somebody.
That was one of a couple of times.
A couple of times.
The other time, I was driving, you were the passenger seat, and you were halfway out of the car on I-25, ready to kill the guy that cut me off.
Right.
Yep.
And I just have to say, to this day, I suck so much energy out of you two from me on making me develop to be more of a calm person. And then I'm going to just segue one more thing about the coconut bra in Hawaii. And I'm sure Robin will remember this. One day I came home from work early. Nev was in that little den we had or whatever. And she was breastfeeding your son.
Uh-huh.
And I popped into the room, got full exposure. And then I went to Robin and said, my God, Nevada could breastfeed a baby buffalo. She was so and that, I mean, I was a young man. I hadn't witnessed something like that before. So anyways, you guys are in my
What an
heart.
observation.
Oh, it's so, but I'll never, because, hey, I was raised Irish Catholic, you know? And I walked in, got full exposure, and I was like, oh my God. So,
Here, here, Pablo.
but I
Thank
love you
so
guys.
much.
You bet, man.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
She was one.
Ah, good one, good one.
Lord, she was one in the family.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah,
turn.
yeah, go.
Yeah, so.
All right, Cristinita. Hey, Claudia and Gabrielita are here.
Hi. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Primita. Hi. Hi. So anyway, I'm Ricardo's sister and Nevada sister-in-law, and she was a huge inspiration to me. She's an extremely, oh sorry, so my voice is really soft, so I'm going to try to yell.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I'm Ricardo's sister and Nevada's sister-in-law, and I brought my daughter with me here too, Cecilia Tovar. And anyway, she's a huge inspiration. She's an extremely strong person, spiritually as well as physically, and I loved her dearly, and I'm going to miss her a lot. And anyway, she's a great person, and her spirit will live on forever in each one of us. Here. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Gracias, hermanita. Hola, ¿quieres charlar con...?
Hi, ¿cómo estás?